Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi series Darth Vader Duel's End. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the Target exclusive Star Wars Obi-Wan series Duel's End Vader. Man, this guy looks great. Look at that killer artwork on the side. You can see everything he comes with. I'm glad this is one of those new plastic packages. And then it says, as the momentous battle between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi nears its end, Kenobi peers into the past armored visage of his former apprentice to see what Anakin Skywalker has become. Man, this guy looks incredible. Let's get him opened up and take a closer look. All right, starting off with his only accessory, he does come with a lightsaber, as you would expect. The blade does come out, and it does have a functioning little hoop here, as it does latch onto a little hook on his belt, so I'm really glad they included that. We would expect nothing less, but that is the only accessory he comes with. And here is a closer look at Vader himself, and boy, this figure looks incredible. I love that beautiful head sculpt and paintwork underneath. Looks great. You can see the red lens in the eye, and what I really love is how it's layered. You can see that the under part of the helmet is cut as well, and you actually do see two layers of his helmet in there, and I love the battle damage. It just looks great. This is an incredible head sculpt. I love that it is his chest piece is his breathing apparatus is damaged, so it's going to be hard for him to breathe, just like it was in the show. It looks really nice, and the soft goods on this figure are insane. They are great. Here's that little hook on the side for its lightsaber, so let's get that in there, and that looks nice hanging on his belt. It looks really cool. I know that's going to fall off, so let's remove it for the rest of the review. Like I said, the soft goods look incredible. The underrobes are nice and new. They don't have any damage to them, but his outer robes have lots of battle damage on the bottom. I would have liked maybe some color paint or something on the end of the robes. You can see how they've been frayed and cut and damaged here on the end, and that looks really nice, but they're a very nice weighty material. And I love that he even has that slash across his back when Obi-Wan cut him there. And the really cool thing is, if you get his cape out of the way, it goes all the way through to his tunic underneath. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and it looks really cool. Now, there is no damage to the sculpt on the back, just the under tunic, but it does look really cool, and I'm glad that they included that nice little detail. Didn't have to do it, but they did. For articulation, Vader's only going to be able to look up that far, as you would expect, can look down that far, can bobble a little bit side to side. The arms are really tight, but they do have a pretty decent butterfly joint. I don't know if that means we'll be able to get him in a two-handed pose, but we'll see. The arms can only go out about that far. They can't quite hit that T-pose. That's a little disappointing, but, with all that armor and cloak and tunic and stuff in there, I wouldn't expect anything less. But look at that. That is a single joint elbow that gets a double joint movement. It just looks incredible. We do have that swivel there at the elbow. We don't have any gauntlet articulation, which is kind of weird. He does have a vertical hinge on the left wrist and a vertical hinge on the right, which is great for lightsaber poses. He does have a waist swivel, which is really good, but he can't really tilt. He can only tilt back, can't really tilt forward because of his breathing apparatus. Legs do go all the way forward. He does have the upper thigh cut, which is really nice. I'm glad they included that. It can go all the way out to the side. He can only go back just a wee little bit, but he does come with double jointed knees, which is a welcome surprise. I'm really glad to see that. I dig it, even though they are pinned. No upper boot cut, because it does swivel at the it doesn't swivel at the knee or at the boot cut. And then there is a hinge and a forward-facing pin down for foot articulation. Let's give him his lightsaber just to see what this looks like before we get him into some size comparisons. And man, he's looking really nice. You know, Vader looks great holding his lightsaber. And this is a very menacing figure, and I love that we can see Anakin underneath. And man, this was just a great scene in the show, and I love this figure so much. I wasn't going to get it at first, and I'll show you why in just a second. But man, I'm really glad that I picked it up. And these soft goods are they're incredible. These are some of the best material and weight on a Black Series Vader that I've seen in a while. Now I do want to bring in, I have this custom Vader head that I got off of eBay, and I painted it up myself. Of course, it's got a matte finish on the helmet, but I did all the painting, and it's not quite as detailed as the official one. You can see where I tore up a Vader and kind of battle damaged it myself. I do like the shinier, glossier plastic on the official one, but I did paint the lens red, a dark red, and you can see Anakin kind of tore up underneath. There's a lot more helmet destruction and detail on the official release, but this has been the one that I've had on my shelf for a while until the official release came out. So let's get Vader here standing up next to a couple of other characters here just to see how he sizes up. We'll bring in the Vader, of course, that I have. It's the same Vader body, just a different head, and of course the official head looks a little larger, so it makes him stand a little taller. And then let's bring in the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we looked at yesterday, and you can see how he compares well with Obi-Wan. So let's get Obi-Wan out of the way. Let's get Vader into some lighting and into some backgrounds and see how this guy poses up. Like I said, I have my own custom Vader head that I've had for a while now since the show came out on my shelf. And I didn't think I was going to pick this guy up. I knew he was a Target exclusive, but I happened to go into Target the day that he came out looking for other stuff. He was there on the shelf. I was able to grab one. He looked really nice, and I was like, man, that head does look incredible. So I went ahead and got it, and I'm going to retire my custom figure, much like I did with Black Chrysanthemum earlier this week. So yeah, this figure is incredible. I hope you guys had a chance to pick him up when he was available at Target. I don't know what he sells for on the aftermarket. I hope he's not hard to get, because I think this is definitely a nice, beautiful look for Vader, and one that is worthy of being in your shelf, on your shelf, and in your collection. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.